Hello, YouTube. Another Sunday equals another Kingdom episode. Alright, Kingdom Season 6, Episode 2 came out. Finished watching earlier. Once again, great episode. We haven't got into the battles yet, but, every arc needs a setup, and that's what we're at right now. I'm excited. I'm going to go into the details as much as I can about this episode. Just try to, be better than the last video. Yeah, enjoy. Before we start, quickly just want to say instead of Roblox, I decided to play this game, Bannerlord. Fun as fuck. It's similar to Kingdom, you're like there's literally a kingdom, there's like nations, you part of a nation or you have to join a nation, you can fight armies and shit. It's fun as fuck. I'm enjoying it as hell, but let's get to the video. I'm not going to go into much detail exactly what happened, but basically Changwon, the Minister of Left, he meets Li Shi and they talk about laws because that's what in the last season King Keisei said that he wants to implement laws to govern like the unified kingdoms. That was his plan, but he doesn't know anything about it, Changwon, so he went to Li Shi to talk about it. Basically, they talk about it, and that's when Changwon decided they need him because he doesn't really know what he's talking about, but he can tell Li Shi knows what he's doing. That's why they decide to bring him up and then talk to back to the room where the king is. I don't know how to say it exactly, but yeah. This is what I like about Kingdom because laws are something obviously like we don't really think about them every day. Like we know they exist and everything, but we don't really think about them every day. But watching this episode, it's like I'm exactly like Changwon. I'm like, damn, it makes so much sense what Li Shi is saying, and it's like it makes it a lot more interesting to think about. And it's crazy because they're still like so far from unifying all the nations, but they're bringing this up now, and they're like, they know they need him for the future, so it's like it's so cool. That's why like Kingdom is so good to me. I love it, bro. On to the next part. So basically, when Lishi comes to the throne room, everybody, not everybody, but most of the people, they're kind of like they're not sure about it. They think, why is he here? But then obviously there's people who are like they see his skill, so they're like, we need this guy. So yeah, that's basically what happens. But then Li Shi notices that the commander of the army, that he's like, his face is not looking right, and that's when he brings up that he needs to talk to the king. They talk, basically saying that the place that they all spent all of season 5 taking over is not going to work anymore because if they go that way, it's going to take way too long. So basically, he decides to change it up and take a different way. Taking this different way, according to the commander of the army, he thinks it's going to be a lot faster, but obviously there's more risk. But they'll be able to outmaneuver Riboku if this works out. That's what he says. But obviously, it's not as simple as that. So they kind of try to come to the table and start strategizing a plan. But no matter what they do, they can't think of anything. So, alright, I was tired of calling him the commander of the Kin army. So I finally found his name, Shohei Kun, bro. This motherfucker we've seen is a demon, bro. He's smart as shit. He's a demon at fighting. But even him, he can't think of a plan just like that. Obviously, it's not easy because it's Zhao Riboku, but he's still literally struggling. These motherfuckers are collapsed at the table, bro. That's how fucking difficult this shit is. It's so like the hype is there. I'm so excited. I mean, I already know what kind of some of the shit that happens, but obviously I'm not gonna say anything. But bro, I'm so excited to see this animated too, bro. And as you know, this shit's like a S tier quest, bro. It's crazy, bro. I'm excited. Basically, after the part of like the meeting and like the strategizing for the attack on Zhao, they show Shin's training again with all the new troops, and he finally gets the call from the big leagues. The big leagues are finally calling him in, bro. And we get to see Ohon and Moten, bro. I'm so excited to see their performances animated. So fucking good, bro. I can't fucking wait to see that shit animated, bro. But yeah, we get to see them, bro, and they got the big league call, and they're basically gonna let them know about the Zhao invasion. The three of them are in the room. They hear the plan. Moten's kind of like he doesn't, he doesn't really. You could tell he's not really like thinks it's the most confident about it, but he's like, hey, it's gonna be interesting. And then Ohun is just thinks it's completely crazy the plan, and he's even getting on the little brother of Moten. He's telling him to chill, but then basically Shohei Kun explains it a little better, says that you guys are going to be really important, and you guys are going to like you guys are 5,000 man commanders, and you're going to be able to affect the battle. So that's why you need to learn the whole strategy. That's why they wanted to tell them that. That's basically what happens. Still, the strategy's not completely there. They're still kind of, it's not the best strategy, and it's really tough situation. But that the King Keisei pulls up, bro. He gives them the quick words of encouragement, of course. We get the W panel where Shin wraps his arms around Moten and what's his name? Ohun. Shit was sick. I'm excited as shit. That's basically it. Like generalized. Oh yeah, also they left us off on a cliffhanger. Fuck, what's the strategist of Haishen unit again? She's literally has so much screen time, but I forgot. But yeah, basically she's like, who's gonna freaking command us? And then that's when they basically, right before they say his name, they basically stop it. That's basically where it left off, and that's basically episode 2 of Kingdom season 6. A really good setup episode for a major arc. Probably going to be one of the best arcs Kingdom's ever made. Up there with Coalition Army arc in season 3. I'm so excited. It really showed us, like, while explaining the battle, it really showed us like how fucking dangerous this shit was. I'm so excited to see this, bro. That's basically all I wanted to say. You know, right now I'm on almost at chapter 600 in the manga. I know what happens, but always seeing something animated like pretty well as Kingdom we've seen in the past year has been looking a lot better. It's something to look forward to for sure. I'm excited. Enjoy for sure. Quick thing also I want to say, bruh. We get Kingdom and fucking One Punch Man on the same day. I also watched the episode of One Punch Man, bro. It's a good Sunday, bro. For the next like 10 plus weeks, bro, it's going to be a good Sunday. Trust, bro. That's it. Really quick to cap it off. First thing, let me know how I did compared to the first video. I'll be honest, my speaking wasn't there, but I think like talking what I was talking about was a lot better. Let me know if you guys like the Banner Lord instead of Roblox. And then yeah, that's it. Like and comment for future videos. Peace.